I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Uh, I didn't mean to laugh. Um, I'm just really stoned. I'm sorry. That's pretty much it. Um, I meant to talk to you about something, but instead of just talking about the chart today, we need to talk about how fresh my hair is. No, I'm just kidding. But we need to talk about you and the chart. Okay. The cat is probably out of the bag. You've probably seen it. And the question remains, what the is the Nasdaq doing? What the fuck is the Nasdaq doing? Going this many ticks in under 30 days. So my thing is, now this is like my third MacBook, and I don't normally do Zoom calls or anything trading related on my MacBooks. I literally just do all like my editing or I'll do music stuff there. But today we are trading on MacBooks. So what I want to talk to you about, okay, you need to get to a point, and I know we talk about it, but you need to get to a point where you are not bad with order flow. So I'm talking about high time frame, low time frame. All I'm trying to say, and I know this is hard for most traders because when we first start, especially, a lot of your trades that you like to take or you feel like you understand the most or you're the most comfortable with. What if I want to talk so fast? I get that you're going to be more comfortable with reversal based trades versus, and it was hard for me when I first started. Continuations are just hard as shit at first. Mind you, what I'm talking about, right? When do you get to a point where you just believe them? Like, at what point do you realize, like, yo, this bitch might not stop? And like I said, I'm actually asking you the question. And I know you're not going to do this, and you're not going to pause the video and think about it. But what I'm saying is, in general, if you are coming up here to this daily chart, why on God's green earth does it look like this? Why? You already know what I'm going to say. And this weed is really strong. It's the thing, right? I totally understand where you're like, yo, I don't like, when's the last time NQ moved this much? Now, to bring you back up to speed, right? We've been talking on this channel, and even if you don't come to Discord or you're always going to get more information there. But what I'm always trying to do, at least on the public mentorship, right? I want you to understand everything is, you can count how many times I say the word in this video, fractal, right? So since it's fractal, my friend, January, February, March, you probably realized the moment we got to April, this thing said, That shit said deuces. Now, understanding, right? Like I said, my Discord, they've been on this for a while. You have a cycle. And when's the last time you tracked your high time frame version of this? You're so used to feeling, especially in this area, you can't trade the same way you did on this A cycle. How I need you to trade this Q2. I've had too many people come to mentorship over the years, and they come to me in the summertime. Around that time, everything is fun because what you're going to understand, right? I know we've talked about it. You got April, May, and June, July. If this is AM, why do you think I just said that? Everyone has a fun time. It's super easy. Everything literally, let them give you one good candle. That thing is out of there. Out of there. Fucking out of there, bro. They knocked that bitch out the ballpark, even. Now, I've told you about this. Q2, or now shout out to my Discord because you guys named this. The reason why you're probably thinking from like an economic standpoint, like, oh, well, it's just Trump being an asshole and, war with Iran. Like, there's no way I could have seen this stuff coming. Like, there's no way. But listen, I keep telling you, liquidity is always engineering. I know you thought about it. The only difference is you just didn't expect this to rip through 3 months of price action in literally like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or whatever the case was. Right. This is my thing. Before we get to anything fun, I want you to understand as a trader, okay? You need to get to a point where you're not actually misunderstanding the environment. I stopped hitting the weed for a second to tell you that. But what I'm saying, right? Buy side liquidity was engineered for you already, my friend. Now, you probably noticed, right? Yeah, we're not done. We're not done. What I'm expecting up here, okay? Since we only have these two left, literally, like I said, you're using an algorithm. You have to understand there's no real difference between a 1 day chart and a 1 minute chart. There's no real difference. It's not that when we're actually doing this sell side bullshit, that you're just going to think it's possible to even come down eternally. It's not possible. What I mean by that, it's all visual, my friend. When they're showing you, what do we call this? It's not that it's not sell side. It is. But the problem is, you're going to look at some of this stuff down here and think that, oh, you know what? This is how it is. Oh, Nasdaq's always like this. And yeah, bro, I feel you. It's been quite annoying for a while. But when I talk about real, see this June 25, moment you hit July, what happens? That shit fly off the bone, don't it? Come on now. I need you to put that thinking cap on real quick. Okay. The reason why we're talking about a few things at once, right? Two birds, but I'm the only one getting stoned. This is the thing, okay? I need you to understand. You can come in here and have the bias for a few days, weeks even. And when it comes down to it, I always say it, it's not about this or that concept. The main two things, if the marketplace only cares about two fucking things in reality, when I say care, I mean like, what is a good enough reason for us to actually reverse some shit? Gaps and liquid. If the marketplace is really only doing those two things, you're probably kicking yourself. You're so used to the A cycle, you're now projecting all of that micro built up trauma onto this straight up Vin Diesel M cycle. And again, you have 3 months of this shit. I'm not saying you have 3 months of this exact leg. I'm saying this type of price action where we're moving, where we're actually needing to hold more. Don't they hear me? No, we're not only talking about your daily chart. We're going to go down in a moment. But what I'm trying to tell you, we just talked about this being high resistance. How do we know this? Look at it. It's fucking disgusting. And I love my Discord because, my bad, I be asking on the keyboard and shit. Beautiful MacBook. And I got one of the 2026 M5 too. This bitch fast as a motherfucker, man. Like, my last one is not this fast. Like, only thing I do is really just hop on the fucking video editor and the I don't really like Adobe anymore, but my big thing now, I mean, all my students know, but I'm trying to get better at making beats. And so FL Studio and like I know like Mac has like Logic Pro and GarageBand and whatnot. I don't care about GarageBand. But it's just like, hold up, we gotta sponsor this episode real quick. Watch. One day this channel will be officially sponsored by Gatorade. Watch. One day. It's not right now, but it will be officially sponsored by Gatorade one day. Watch. Anyway, but what I'm saying is like I really want to start making beats. And ever since I was young, like obviously I stopped for a number of years in whatever the fuck I was doing to just focus on trading and shit like that. Now that I kind of beat this video game, I'm on to another video game, is kind of how it feels. So like FL Studio is like my new favorite video game. And so this is like the farthest I ever got in beat making. I have some loops and shit like that. Like I know how to use the program a little more. But if you make beats, and I know some of you actually make music or not, I don't care what type of music you make. I don't care if you make punk music. I don't care if you make R&B music, rap music. I don't care if you make Jamaican bobsled music. Like I need somebody to help me with FL Studio. And like I have friends who help me already, but the more the merrier. Like I totally get where people come to me like, yo, trading is fucking hard. No, the fuck is not. FL Studio is hard. Oh my Jesus. Everyone's like, nah, bro, you tripping. FL Studio is easy. Now I'm sitting here like, yo, like I do not understand. But I do take a little bit of time every day, a couple hours every day, whatever, to run it up on FL Studio. So the more I learn, I just make sure to get something new every day. It's the same thing I need you to do inside the marketplace. So right now, you're on your grind right now, right? But I need you to understand something. It's just the nature of the environment. So when we're saying, hey, wrong tool, January, oh shit, I need to later. I know it don't. Listen, in this type of environment, right? You probably gave yourself a little micro trauma because they're actually creating more liquidity than normal. When I say normal, right? Now let's go down. When I say normal, I'm not talking about this bullshit, man. For example, we're going fractally, right? Fractal, fractal. It's probably like 4 or 5 by now. Okay. Now, just so you can see this, come on now. This shit was fucking ridiculous. And I know you understand. So when we talk about AMD this deeply, right? You're going to get to a point where you see what I'm talking about. Why are they making so much liquidity in one spot? It's an A cycle. It's basically doing its job, if I were to call it that. I had to stop hitting the weed real quick. But this is the thing, right? Just because we got this big Trump candle, a lot of people are thinking, like, yo, you know what? Like, we're good to go now. And no. Yeah, it's back to back bullshit. But that's how it's going to feel to new traders. But in reality, they are actually making and taking a lot of extra liquidity. You feel me? They're not going to leave that shit. And this is the thing, right? This was not the hardest move to catch. It was not. And this is why I say, like, my Discord, we really have a winning day every single day. There's not a narrative in here that we can't do. It's all a story. You get to a point where this is not very hard. Once we talk about, again, bring back that one word we used in the beginning, we said order flow, right? That simply means them showing you direction. Buy side is dominant, low resistance. Low resistance liquidity runs keep the same order flow. So when you're looking at something down and discussing like this, it has an objective, but if you are still reacting from buy side PD arrays, reacting from buy side PD arrays, and even in reality, I told you again, what's the only thing if we are actually using the sell side? It's for an objective. Now, like I said, I showed you on the quarter, AM. What am I showing you on the week or on the month, rather? Now, I'm going to stop you right there, right? And you're seeing all this stuff, and it's like, damn, now I'm stressed the fuck out. Like all this extra liquidity building, and now you get into this thing, and it's like, oh my god, like I mean, I had so much fun. Our Discord had so much fun this week, and I'm really proud of everybody for really leaning into not just the distribution cycles we had, but I mean, it got to the point where like I see the frustration in missing one or two, still saying, you know what, let me make myself available and try to catch this thing. And they did. They absolutely did. I'm telling you, I was like, yes. Like this is one of the best. Ooh, what the here we go with me being zesty again. I'm talking about some yes. Like, what the that's the second time I did that shit this week too. I'm telling you. Oh my God. I'm talking about some yes. What the fuck, man? Listen, when Nasdaq is a straight porn star like this, like I don't want people to confuse the environment. Okay. And listen, like I said, it's not that it's a thing. I don't want you to marry a porn star in real life. I don't want you to do that. You're gonna hurt yourself. But what I'm saying, Nasdaq is the only porn star that I'm probably going to marry for the rest of my life. Only porn star I would marry in my life. Now listen, we're going to get to the elephant in the room. Okay. It's not only the fact that it is bullish. We understand that. It's the fact that this bitch ain't going down at all. At all. Like, I mean, at all, at all. Keywords, okay? High versus low resistance. Okay. Now, what I want to do for you, okay? I want to offer a customizable stop loss, a big thing, okay? Since we are talking about continuation based trading versus, I know a lot of you guys are already good with stuff we talked about with reversal stuff. So, like, again, I'm gonna ask you a question. It's not about the chart, but it's also about you. So, a question I asked a student the other day, and I want to ask you the same thing. Like, at what point do you validate or invalidate a direction? At what point? Now, is it but even before the session? Like, is it at 9:30 open that you feel worried? When are you actually worried about, now, specifically speaking, reversal versus even a retracement? I want you to think about that. So we will lock that so I don't forget. Lock that so I don't forget. It's my thing, okay? NASDAQ is always going to be a porn star. You're going to notice in general, yes, I'm talking about this being an M. So it's not as muddy as the last week. But what I'm trying to say, I don't want you to carry that trauma from the last week or the last cycle into, damn, Mac got me looking sexy as a motherfucker, man. Anyway, I don't want you to carry that trauma from last week into this week, is my point. Don't do that. I understand it's hard. It's super hard at first because you're not used to a number of things that are happening in here. Now, the biggest thing I want to tell you, okay, is like I know it's a human thing that we do it. I talk to my Discord a lot about this, but like, do not come in here and expect reversal for no motherfucking reason. If they are showing you whether it's by weekly profile, or whether it's a singular days algorithm or a singular session algorithm. Let's zoom in. Now, how the week starts for your narrative, okay? Now, again, two birds. I'm still the only one getting stoned. So we got to light the blunt. But this is the thing. At what point are you looking directly at this and you're invalidating that it's actually bullish? You get what I'm saying? At what point? I want you to get to a point where I understand that this is huge. You're not sure because it's new week opening gap if you could actually reverse in anywhere in this area. So you probably got scared once it got started. I understand. But I'm trying to get to a point where you're not actually worried about, again, that keyword, order flow. If they're not actually breaking lows, they're not actually offering you any real, in real time, sell side liquidity. Yes, you have lows, but look at the shape of this. It's not like in Asia like that. It's not just how when they're driving it up like this, they're really offering you some real flat spots for you to focus on visually. If they're not leaving around a bunch of stuff for you, I don't want you to be super worried about, again, retracement versus reversals. You see what I'm saying? So you get to a point where, again, even if you don't have like a definitive target or something on your mind that you're like, yo, I need to get to this, I need to get like, yo, like low key, like chill out, like try to chill. If you are already in, okay. Now, again, I'm on a 15-minute chart. Let's pop down. What I need you to understand, you are not in danger. So, in the 5-minute chart, if they're not willing to take lows, this is the only ugliness sideways that was there. Once that actually popped, right? If they're showing you even at that first leg, like, yo, they really don't want lows. No, I don't care. I don't care. Fuck the macro. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Optimal trade entry, yes, it's there. The macro, does it work? Yes, they're there. But I don't give a fuck about none of that. I give a fuck about you looking directly at this candle and you having an idea about buy side liquidity and you having an idea about where they don't want to go. This is 9:30 on the dot. What's stopping you? They've been going up forever. So why don't you believe them? It's because, again, that micro trauma you have just from that A cycle in general. Offering custom stop losses, okay? Think about it this way. Now, again, I'm going to use the 5-minute chart as a reference. I know a lot of people right now are still getting a little more comfortable with the 1 and 3 minute. I pretty much only enter from the 1 and 3 minute, unless it's just a big ass candle on our five or something. I'll just press the button. So it's my thing, right? It's already moving in your mind, right? Even if it springs up like this, a lot of people are going to focus on the fact that your stop loss is a trillion ticks. I get it. I get it. It's too fucking big. So you're going to say, yo, I wasn't down here. I'm not taking the fucking trade. I got to light the blunt on that one. This is what I need from you. Number one, I need you to chill the fuck out. Number two, I need you to get to a point where even if like the dog is going crazy, even if the number one candle here is like super, super bullish and you're actually not sure what it's for, whether it's a scalp or something temporary, wait a few minutes. I don't need you to be Speedy Gonzalez when it's trying to start a new scene here. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But you get what I'm trying to say. Nasdaq is going to be a porn star for you. So when it starts to move, you are responsible for high versus low resistance. So with your stop loss here, listen, big ass candle, you can customize your stops. So if they're not taking this low in general, this protraction phase is there. Once they're on the way here, you can use this new one as a stop loss. Or if this is too big for you, cut that bitch in half. Cut the candle in half. Therefore, you can still have under 100 tick stop loss or whatever the case is. You don't have to actually depend on just that swing low in general or just that gap. Not about that. Need you to be understanding of order flow. If they're not breaking lows in general, then what are you worried about? Now, I understand what you're worried about. Again, A cycle vibes. I get it. I so get it. I so get it. I so get it. I so get it. Now, the reason why it's also so insane though, and again, I didn't want to like kind of keep it like a super secret. I mean, it's like a thing we talk about. But again, you'll have more information on this coming up. Um, that's really only if you read my book though. Like I have more information coming up on book two about market math. Book one is already out. If you don't have a copy of my first book, go get it. Market math is the focus of book two. And again, it's AMD based. So you're thinking about like, yo, Jay, why the fuck is this week so insane? They're not offering any sell side stuff for us to even get to. I understand that these Asias were both sideways. See that? These, well, this one, I'll make it purple. The purple one got taken, both sides. But this one is still here. So they're not making much, but they needed to make something for us to come back to later. But outside of that, you notice how they left you nothing fully on the sell side all week. There was nothing to reference to actually bring us down. We don't have any liquidity. So I understand when you're in this mindset of, oh, we need to reverse. Why are we not reversing? Why are we not reversing? We don't have anything. We don't have anything. And like you said, high versus low resistance. This was your Monday candle. Where are we going? Like I said, we're not done. Does that make sense? We're not done. Oh, I just wanted to tap in with you real quick. Talk about some stuff. Oh, yo, real quick. If you haven't seen that movie, I think it's on. It might be on YouTube or Stars or whatever. I don't know. It's on something, but I think it's on YouTube. I don't know. The movie is called Send Help. If you've never seen that movie, ooh, that movie is crazy. Like watching it the other day, actually felt like a real movie. You know how now we have movies come out? Damn, my hair is going crazy, dog. Woo. Anyway, like you know how we have a matter of fact, I'll say people wonder how long my hair actually is. Hold on. I gotta hit the Zoolander real quick. Ready? Hold on. Oh shit! Hold on, almost had. Hold on. Ooh, I'm going crazy. Hold on. Oh, my mysterious. Oh, I'm kidding. Anyway, all I'm saying is, I want you to enjoy your trading, but again, A is not M. M is not D. And we'll get to a point where I'm not losing a lighter every 5 seconds. And we want to get to a point where you're not freaking out in your trading. Next time we talk, we'll talk about confluence. I've been saying this, but maybe you want to hit the blunt too. I don't know, but you need to chill. So let me go see what my girl doing and catch y'all later. See you.